welcome into my first Digimon TCG video on this channel, Top Deck Tamer Lucky. For those of you that came from my main channel, theluckytempest, welcome in. Glad to see that you made the transfer. To those of you new to this channel, hi. This channel will be dedicated solely to TCG videos and Monster Tama related content, whether it's Digimon, Pokemon, the likes. That's what we're going to be doing here. So what do we have? What do we have going on? Today I'm using my base version of Sistermon Rush to go Rush, I guess, to go up against the new BT20 Sistermon. Now, fun fact, I had no idea what I was getting into here. I haven't been keeping up with a lot of the new BT decks. I'm a little behind. I took a little bit of a break from making decks after Medieval Gallant dropped and Hybrid was kind of doing their thing. But after the ban list, I figured maybe I'll come back. I took enough of a break. I think I kind of just burnt myself out a bit after playing hundreds of matches a month, and I needed that little break. So we're back. So what does this deck consist of? It consists of a bunch of low-to-the-ground rookies and ways to cheat them out and give them rush really quickly and effectively. It has no control options. So we actually won this by getting extraordinarily lucky. I wasn't quite ready to have the multiple blockers up that they had. Usually, if an opponent's board state has some blockers, I have a way around it, but there's other shells of this deck. I have 4 total versions of this deck. One is a Jesmon Sistermon package, one is this one is this version, but with some control staples to help us get through problem cards like blockers and redirects. And then the final one is actually has a Bossmon. It actually goes into level 6. It's a proper Puppet Rush deck, but this is the one we're focusing on today. My whole goal was to get chip damage as early as possible. I'm actually running one of the memory gain Ukomon. What winds up happening with this deck sometimes is you get in a situation where you don't necessarily want to burn a memory, placing a Puppetmon over an in-training Digimon. This is to Digivolve over an in-training Digimon with Puppetmon and one. And sometimes you don't want to use Shumon because you want to actually play Shumon to get the search effects. So I actually put an Ukomon in, just one for that occasional instance where I can Digivolve into that and then, you know, kind of get a memory off of going from there once it raises. But it doesn't always come up because, again, it's a one-off. That being said, this deck has been incredibly consistent in how it performs and how it plays. If an opponent gets a Medieval Gallantmon on the field, it's GG's. It's just GG's. It sucks, but it kind of is what it is. There's certain walls this deck can't really overcome unless you use your tech pieces to do so. And I also apologize for my voice and just kind of where I'm at right now. I've gotten no sleep really. It's been last 48 hours has been very sleep deficient, if you will. But yeah, so this match was incredibly fun. I hadn't played against this version of Royal Knights yet with any deck, let alone Puppet Rush. So it was really cool to see, just how to kind of get around what they were putting up in the walls they had and the bounces and on the effects. I think we did pretty well. Again, I got lucky on the win. You'll see in a little bit that when they do get into their win con, the Omnimon and everything has rush and they swing in, they actually hit a security option for me that won me the game in combination with a Tamer card. But I don't want to focus too much on that. I want to focus on the fact that, this is, a few turns in and we're both basically at our win con. Decks just keep getting faster and faster. The gameplay style gets more controlling, more aggressive, and I don't know how long and for how many sets this Sister Rush deck, this Puppet Rush deck, is going to be viable in this particular build. I think as time goes on, I'm gonna have to rely more and more with a more Bossmon focused approach using Sendromon and other cards to my advantage. While this one is extremely fun and it's almost like playing Russian roulette because you're either just clicking your own brains out by playing this or somebody else. It's not as time goes on, it's not as consistent as it could be because it just has less answers into some of the more powerful cards and decks. So I will say this though, back during Purple Hybrid and when Purple Hybrid was at its peak and Red Hybrid, this deck performed very well. So this definitely has favorable matchups into certain decks, and then there's others that it doesn't. The ability to put multiple bodies on the field if they don't have, you know, you can't reduce play, or not, you can't reduce play cards. If they don't have like floodgate effects and whatnot, then it can be kind of hard for them to really deal with you. But on a whole, this does what it needs to do. We made some smart routing decisions. As you can tell, Fire Rocket wasn't able to delete anything with blocker because I already did what I needed to there. There's a few times where if we had attacked in a different order or digivolved over an inheritable earlier, we would have lost a more optimal play. So some of the routing we did in this match was really well done, which wound up kind of guaranteeing the victory later on when we got lucky. But ultimately, like I said, it really came down to that security swing. I'm gonna butt out now though. If you guys like this type of video where I yap for a little bit, say hi, check in, and kind of explain the process of the deck, let me know. I mean, I'm obviously not doing a deck profile for this deck. I'm not really doing a play-by-play on the match. My goal is to, with these type of videos, do them live rather than recording over it afterwards. In the future, I actually plan on doing a different type of video where I play against myself and I have both hands showing and we do like theme battles, so we can see different decks that may not get the spotlight as much, or we can see, you know, different matchups that we may not get to see as often, or ones that we do see often, just as like a fun little thing. I think that the Digimon TCG content doesn't need to be limited just to like deck profiles and reactions and ban list content. There's a lot of stuff that we can do here, and I think there's some content creators who definitely had the right idea and have the right idea that may not make content anymore, or they've just kind of slowed down. And I just genuinely enjoy playing card games, so I want to put out as much stuff that I want to put out as possible. I'm not really going to be chasing deck profile stuff as much as I was. I mean, if you guys seen my old stuff, you know that I didn't really follow meta decks anyways. But to be honest, posting deck profiles is kind of a coin flip. While I enjoy doing it and I enjoy getting cool stuff out there, I don't always enjoy seeing the comments. A lot of people, some of them really enjoy it and it's awesome, and I'm happy that they're able to just have fun playing a card game, and then other people are like, well, this deck, Glasses Push, doesn't work against blah blah blah, and it's like, yeah, no shit. It's not meant to work against everything. There's not a single deck that works against everything in any card game. That's how these things work. And I think people think they're trying to be helpful when in reality they're just adding to a conversation being negative where it's not really necessary. And I'm just not going to engage with that anymore. So I don't know if that's going to take the form of I just post less deck profile videos, or if that takes the form of me just ignoring comments. But yeah, I can't be bothered. It's my channel. I'm going to do what I want. And what I want to do is I want to play trading card games and play monster taming games. That's what I want to do. So that's what I'm going to do here. To those of you who stuck around to the end of the video, as you can see, I just robbed this person of their W. It happens. Sometimes you get robbed. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. Hopefully you like this deck. And yeah, hang around because we're going to do a lot more of this. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Okay, bye.